With regard to the elements of phonetics, in the previous session we have discussed about the segmental features of spoken English. The segmental features are vowel sounds, consonant sounds in words. And now, in this session, we shall discuss matters relating to the suprasegmental features, mainly the accent, rhythm and intonation in connected speech. With regard to accent, there are two aspects mainly. One is word accent or stress, and the second one is sentence stress or sentence accent. Now, let us discuss word stress. What is word stress? In an English word which contains more than one syllable, one of the syllables is uttered with greater force and is said to be accented or to receive the accent. And the accented or stressed syllable is a syllable that gets a prominence and it is uttered with a greater force. Okay? That means where the number of syllables are more than one, in all such words, in the case of all such words, only one of the syllables is uttered with a greater force, and that syllable is said to receive accent. And the accented or stressed syllable is a syllable that gets a prominence, that is said to get prominence. The prominence may be due to any of these factors: the loudness, the length, the pitch change, or the quality of the vowel sound. These are the four important factors which contribute to the prominence or importance which we give to the individual syllable in a word which contains more than one syllable. See, for instance, the word accent is marked with a vertical bar above and in front of the syllable which is accented. For instance, the word teacher, teacher. So, there are two syllables. Out of these two syllables, the first syllable is stressed. That gains importance, more importance than the other syllable. That is why it is stressed. So, that way how we should utter that word? Teacher, not teacher. Some children, they may say teacher, teacher, which is wrong. That is to be corrected. So, teacher. In the case of the following words, look: father, two syllables, father, open, camera, camera. In the case of all these three words, the first syllable is stressed. Father, open, camera. And second syllable is stressed in the case of these words, bout. That is why the initial sound is very weak, about. Potato, potato, not a potato, potato. The second syllable gains stress. Relation, relation, perhaps, perhaps. R is not uttered because it is followed by h in the word perhaps. Receive, examine. So, in the case of all these 6 words, the second syllable is stressed and the remaining syllables are not stressed. So, which syllable gains stress in a word, whether it is a first syllable or second syllable or third syllable, that we can't, there are no specific rules for that. See, in the case of these words boy, girl, bench, book, these words have only one syllable, single syllable words. They are pronounced with stress, boy. Automatically they are stressed, boy, girl, bench, book. When the single syllable words when pronounced in isolation, they get almost stressed, they get stressed. In the case of words of more than one syllable, that means disyllabic words or trisyllabic words, there also only one syllable is stressed, that is word stress. But in the case of polysyllabic words, that means words containing more than 2 syllables, they are called polysyllabic words. One of the syllables gains more prominence and is said to receive primary accent, and one more syllable also gains less prominence and it is said to receive secondary accent. The secondary accent is marked below and in front of the stressed syllable. See, for instance, examination, examination, 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. How many syllables are there? 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, 5 syllables. So, examination, nay. So, 4th syllable gains primary stress, more importance. Another word also, another syllable also gains little bit less importance, 𝗧, a second syllable gains less importance. So, it is said to receive secondary accent. So, in the case of polysyllabic words, one syllable gains more prominence and is said to receive primary accent. Another syllable also gets less importance, less than the first one. So, it is said to receive secondary accent, and this secondary accent is marked before and below the particular syllable. That is why in the word examination, examination, nay, the syllable nay is marked with primary accent, that is before and above the syllable, and 𝗧. So, that second syllable is marked secondary accent, that means below and before and below the syllable. Similarly, intonational, intonation, intone. So, the third syllable gains primary stress, first syllable gains secondary stress. That way, in the case of all polysyllabic words, one syllable gains more importance and it is said to receive primary accent, and another syllable which gains less prominence is said to receive secondary accent. So, in the case of polysyllabic words, 2 syllables gain stress. One syllable is said to receive primary accent, another syllable is said to receive secondary accent. In English, word stress is free and fixed. How it is free? Free in the sense that it is not associated with a particular syllable in a word. See, for instance, examine, examinee, examine. In the case of the word examine, second syllable gains stress. In the case of the word examinee, fourth syllable gains stress. Similarly, photograph, photographer, photograph. In the case of the word photograph, the first syllable gains stress. In the case of the second word, photographer, second syllable gains stress. So, word stress is free. It may be first syllable or second syllable or third syllable, whatever. That way it is free. That means it is not associated with a particular syllable of a word. Word stress is fixed in the case of each and individual word. It is fixed wherever it occurs. It is stressed in the same way. So, the word stress occurs in the same way wherever the word is used. Teacher, wherever the word comes, it should be uttered as teacher. Success, with stress on second syllable, success. Recommend, third syllable gains stress in the case of the word. So, that way it is fixed in the case of each individual word. It occurs in the same way wherever the word is used. It is free in the sense that it is not associated with a particular syllable of a word. In the case of some certain words, the first syllable may gain stress. In the case of some certain words, second syllable may gain stress. In the case of some other words, third syllable may gain stress. That way, word stress is free in English. Similarly, word stress is also fixed in the case of individual words. Okay? Now, there are certain pairs of two-syllable words with identical spelling in English. They gain stress on first syllable when they are used as nouns or adjectives. The second syllable is stressed when they are used as verbs. For instance, conduct, conduct. The first syllable gains stress when it is used as noun, conduct. When it is used as verb, conduct. Examinations are conducted. Okay? Similarly, perfect. It is perfect. The program was organized on perfect lines. Perfect, 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 perfect. When it is used as verb, wrecked. When it is used as noun, the first syllable gains stress, wrecked. Second syllable gains stress when it is used as verb, record. We go for recording things or proceedings and a record. We maintain a record where we record the proceedings. Present, the first syllable gains stress, present. Present, when it is used as verb, the second syllable gains stress, like present. Present, the present. Who is present on the occasion? The chief guest as well as other invitees are present on the occasion. Present, the chief guest presented a present. So, when it is used as noun, it is present. When it is used as verb, present, second syllable gains stress. Now, let us come to the aspect of sentence stress or accent. As in the case of polysyllabic words, not all words are prominent in a sentence. That means, all words in a sentence are not stressed. The content words like nouns, adjectives, main verbs, adverbs and interrogative pronouns, they gain stress in sentences. The content words, they are called content words. Nouns, adjectives, main verbs, adverbs, interrogative pronouns, who, when, what, when, where, which, like that. They are all interrogative pronouns. Adverbs, nouns, adjectives, main verbs, these are all content words. They are stressed in sentences. Then what are the words that are not stressed in a sentence? The form words like pronouns, modals, modals means helping verbs, articles, a and the, prepositions, in, on, out, of, like that, prepositions, conjunctions, and, or, so, therefore, these are all conjunctions, and interjections, oh, laws, words like that, these are all interjections. So, these interjections, conjunctions, prepositions, articles, pronouns and modals, that means helping verbs, they are not stressed in sentences in continued speech. See, look at these sentences. These sentences, their stress is marked on the content words. Meet me at 10. Meet me at 10. Meet, that gains stress. Meet me at 10. Meet me at 10. So, only two words, me and 10, these two gain stress. And the other words, me at, they won't gain stress. That is why we utter the sentence like this. Meet me at 10. Take the dog for a walk in the park. Take the dog for a walk in the park. Only take, dog, walk, park. Only these words gain stress because they are the content words and others are form words. I lost my bunch of keys. Lost my bunch of keys. Lost bunch keys. Only these are the content words. When did you come? When did you come? When, come. These two are stressed. The other words are not stressed in the sentence, in the question. When did you come? Similarly, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank, the initial sound, the initial syllable, the initial word. Thank. Thank you for the opportunity. And opportunity. In the case of the word opportunity, chew, that is the syllable gain stress in the word. So, in the case of the sentence, thank you for the opportunity, thank, that is one content word, opportunity is the other content word. The remaining are you, for, the, these are form words. So, they won't gain stress normally. I am afraid, can't help you. I am afraid, can't help you. See, can't help you. Can't, it is helping verb. It also gains stress. Sometimes even the other than content words, there is form words also, basing on the attitude of the speaker, they may gain stress. I am afraid, can't help you. I am afraid, can't help you. If you say, I am afraid, can't help you, then afraid and help only 2 words are stressed. But here it is, I am afraid I can't help you. So, the speaker wanted to stress can't also. These sentences are said neutrally without special emphasis on any particular word. But in connected speech, only one of the stressed syllables in each sentence will receive the primary or tonic accent. This is usually the last prominent syllable. So, that means in connected speech, only one of the stressed syllables in every sentence will receive a primary or a tonic accent. Even among the 3 or 4 or 2 accented syllables, accented words in a sentence, one of the syllables, one of the stressed syllables in the sentence also receive a primary accent. It is normally the last prominent syllable. That way, we can even rewrite the previous sentences by using a slant mark for the tonic syllable. For the tonic syllable, we can put the slant line. The non-tonic accent is marked with the usual stress mark. That means, vertical stress mark before the stressed syllable. That way, we can mark these sentences this way. See, look at these sentences now. Meet me at 10. 10 is the tonic syllable, or which gains more importance than meet. Meet me at 10. Take the dog for a walk in the park, not to any other place. Take the dog for a walk in the park, only to the park you have to take. I lost my bunch of keys. Thank you for the opportunity. I am afraid I can't help you. So, normally last stressed words gain primary or tonic accent in a sentence. Coming to other aspects of accent in connected speech, the choice of the syllable receiving primary accent depends on the meaning of the speaker who wants to convey, the meaning the speaker wants to convey. I want you to do it. That means, importance is given to the doing of the thing. I want you to do it. That means, importance is given to you. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. So, importance is given to I. So, that is why even primary accent also is changed basing on the choice of the speaker. So, it all depends on mainly on the meaning the speaker wants to convey. The stressed syllables that come after the tonic syllable in each sentence are marked before but below the stressed syllable because they are not important. The important syllable is considered, important stressed syllable is considered to be the receiving primary accent or tonic accent. So, in the case of sentences, among these stressed syllables, normally the last stressed syllable gains primary accent, but it may also depend on the meaning the speaker wants to convey. So, the primary accent may change from the last stressed syllable to any other syllable, stressed syllable in the sentence. So, the stressed syllables that come after the tonic syllable in each sentence, which are considered to be unimportant and they are marked before but below the stressed syllable. Now, let us move on to the rhythm. English is said to be a rhythmic language. It is said to have a stress time rhythm. That means, in an English utterance, the prominent or accented syllables occur at regular intervals of time, irrespective of the number of weak or unaccented syllables between the consecutively stressed syllables. What's it? Let's see an example. My friend has arranged for my return trip. See the sentence? My friend has arranged for my return trip. So, in this sentence, how many syllables are stressed? How many words are stressed? Friend, arranged, return, trip. Only 4 words gain stress and the other words are not stressed. Out of 10 syllables in this sentence, only 4 receive accent. Between the first 2 accented syllables, that means friend, arranged. Between these 2 stressed syllables, there are 2 unstressed syllables. Has, has, these 2 unstressed syllables. There are 2 unstressed syllables between the first 2 stressed syllables. And coming to next 2 stressed syllables, ranged, return, ranged, ranged, for my re. There are 3 unstressed syllables for my re. 3 unstressed syllables are there between ranged and turn. And between the 3rd and 4th stressed syllables, turn and trip, there are no unstressed syllables, 0 unstressed syllables are there. And between the 2nd and 3rd stressed syllables, there are 3 unstressed syllables. Between 1st and 2nd stressed syllables, there are 2 unstressed syllables, that is has, Irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables, the time taken shall be the same. That is the main point to be kept in view for rhythm. So, the interval of time between the consecutively accented syllables is just the same irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables between them. And this is the reason how the rhythm is occurring in English. So, my friend has arranged for my return trip. That is the way how we have to maintain rhythm. A friend has arranged for my return trip. The time taken is just the same irrespective of the unstressed syllables between consecutively stressed syllables. There may be 2 unstressed syllables, there may be 3 unstressed syllables or 1 unstressed syllable or 0 unstressed syllables between the consecutively stressed syllables, but the interval of time shall be just the same. Same time has to be maintained, and that is how we have to speak that sentence like this. My friend has arranged my return trip. The time shall be the same irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables between consecutively stressed syllables. In connected speech, unstressed words become weaker and get condensed like this. Am becomes will becomes l, would becomes just d, of becomes v, and becomes n, his becomes is, not becomes nt. Likewise, these words which are not stressed, that is form words which are not stressed in sentences, they are condensed. So, the strong form and weak form are shown to you. That way, when the unstressed words get contracted or condensed, the time interval will be just the same between consecutively stressed syllables, although and irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables between consecutively stressed syllables in a sentence. Now, we move on to the last and final aspect of spoken English, that is intonation. This intonation, the rate at which vocal cords vibrate, here are the vocal cords. The rate at which the vocal cords vibrate is called the frequency of vibration, and this determines the pitch of the voice. The more rapidly the vocal cords vibrate, the higher will be the pitch. Normally, the pitch of ladies is more than men. The more rapidly the vocal cords vibrate, higher will be the pitch. And when we hear someone speak, we notice variations in the pitch of his or her voice. That means sometimes the pitch rises, sometimes the pitch falls. The variation of pitch of the voice is called the intonation of the language. The variation, the change in pitch of the voice, it's called the intonation of the language. The syllable on which a pitch change takes place is called the tonic syllable and is usually marked with slant lines which are shown there, depending on the type of pitch change. In the case of a tonic syllable, if it is falling tone to be used, it should be likewise, it should be slanted likewise, it is shown there. And if it is rising tone, again it is shown there. Fall, rise, rise, fall. That way, 4 types of pitch changes we can notice in the case of English. So, falling tone, rising tone, fall, rise, and rise, fall. When do we use these different things, falling tone, rising tone, fall, rise, and rise, fall? For instance, look at this sentence. I want you to take the dog for a walk. I want you. That means falling tone is on you. That is the main and more important stressed syllable. That is the tonic syllable. So, the tonic syllable is to be uttered with falling tone. Here it is uttered with falling tone. In the case of statements, work questions, commands, greetings, and exclamations, these are all the various kinds of sentences. we normally use falling tone. See, look at these sentences. The postman is looking for you. The postman is looking for you. So, it is a statement, and there in that statement, which word and which syllable is considered to be the tonic syllable? Postman. Post. The postman is looking for you. The postman is looking for you. Where are you coming from? Where? The falling tone is on where. Where? Where are you coming from? When did you come? When did you come? Here, come is the word that gains the falling tone. When did you come? What can I do for you? Do gains that change in pitch, falling tone. When did you come? The work questions. Ordinary statements like the postman is looking for you. And the work questions, where are you coming from? When did you come? What can I do for you? So, these are all the sentences where we can notice the falling tone. They may be statements, they may be commands, they may be work questions, they may be greetings and exclamations. See, go straight and turn to the left. Go straight and turn to the left. That is a command. Go straight and turn to the left. Good morning, children. This is greeting. Good morning, children. Good morning. When you are uttering appropriate word, morning, then we can notice the falling tone occurring on the word morning. Good morning, children. Likewise, we have to use falling tone on statements, work questions, commands, greetings and exclamations. Coming to rising tone, the symbol is a slanted line moving upwards, and this rising tone is used in the case of yes/no questions, in the case of requests, in the case of cheerful greetings, in the case of tag questions, etc. We normally use, in all these cases, we use rising tone. See, for instance, where we use this rising tone. Can you meet me at 10? So, the rising tone is on meet. Is father at home? So, in that question, it is a yes/no question. Is father at home? And then coming to requests and coming to imperative sentences. Shut the door if you don't mind. Shut the door if you don't mind. So, that way there are two parts in this particular sentence. Shut the door if you don't mind. Likewise, he didn't do it, did he? He didn't do it. He didn't do it. That is ordinary statement. Although it is a negative sentence, it is an ordinary statement. He didn't do it, did he? This is again tag question. So, in the case of tag questions, we have to use rising tone. So, tag questions, greetings, requests, and yes no questions. In all these cases, we have to use rising tone. Fall rise. When there is a sense of doubt, we use fall rise tone. For example, a question: is Ramesh a nice man? Is Ramesh a nice man? A nice man? Is Ramesh a nice man? What are you talking about? Ramesh? Oh, వాడి గురించా? Ramesh. That means if you utter that word, Ramesh, Ramesh, fall, rise, Ramesh, then you are expressing a sense of doubt about the individual. That means you doubt him to be a nice man. Is Ramesh a nice man? Ramesh, that is fall rise tone. And then rise fall. When we want to reinforce a certain meaning, we use the rise fall tone. For instance, do you agree with him? Oh yes, that is rise and fall. So, when you want to reinforce a particular thing, we use rise fall. That way, how many kinds of intonations we can notice? Normally, rising tone, falling tone, fall rise and rise fall. So, wish you all the best. There ends the discussion for today in this session. Thank you one and all.